Alright, we are recording, and I got a question. Any of you think that the other Lovecraftian horror gods are kind of jealous of Cthulhu? Because that's the only one of them that everybody focuses on and puts in a media. So this, it doesn't say here, so let me do it this way. Boom! Call of Cthulhu. Boom, back to the game. And I need to get a drink of water. Sorry, I did not realize when I started recording just how badly I needed that drink. But yeah, Call of Cthulhu. Heart rate timer, gonna be using 40-minute... Well, heart rate recording, gonna be using the 40-minute time for that. And yeah. So I am not... I know a little bit about, like, internet osmosis stuff about Lovecraftian horror and such. But I don't actually know any of the books. I've never read any. But isn't it that Cthulhu is just one of a whole bunch of dark gods that are from, like, interdimensional places? And it's like, I'm not sure why Cthulhu is the one that's constantly used. Now that is also... what was written there. I do know one thing about the Lovecraftian gods that are interesting to consider. Especially with the whole, we're constantly using Cthulhu. But I'll try to let this go before I really just ask a question for anyone that knows. I don't. As I said, I don't really know anything about them. It was like one time I tried looking it up. A little bit just to have a better idea, but that was a while ago, and I don't know the source. But an aspect of these dark gods, I thought, was that to witness them, to observe them, they are so terrible. In a way, magnificent could even be a word for it, though that would be in the positive, but these are negative, so it would be terrible. Is that they, to even look at them, will drive you mad to the point of death. Like, your madness itself will kill you. So why do we keep depicting these things? That does seem a fair question, right? What are we? Light. Okay, that could be new. Yeah. And also just say, I do enjoy reading, like I did miss a few days, but for months now I've been making sure that I'm gonna go back on the land. I've been making sure that I read like a chapter or so every night in various books. I started that with the Chronicles of Narnia. Just wait, no, it might have been early. When did I start? Because I did that with Frankenstein. Yeah, I've read Chronicles of Narnia, Frankenstein, 1984, Dracula. I recently finished.
In my wake, pulled along. Fate inescapably draws you on.
Okay. I don't know if I'd actually want to do Lovecraft. Is there any... Okay. I guess it's just always out, so there's no stealth. Yeah, I just don't know. Partly that's the whole... Isn't a lot of it a series? I don't know if I want to do a full series.
What a putrid offering.
Okay. Yeah, and I also just don't know if it's something I'd care for.
Fight. You have been chosen.
Why do I want to
has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey.
I like that introduction.
I wonder why I still take these things.
He hates whiskey. Why would
It's been a
I?
while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not reading it aloud, but yeah. I mean, yeah, there was lots of terrible stuff that happened. And it left marks.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Okay. I'm not finished yet. You
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
okay? Now I actually need to read through this stuff. Oh, that's interesting. Undiscovered object will not appear. Oh! Okay, I did not realize that that's how that works. Okay. That it so yeah, that's how. Okay. I was thinking that I'm spending them. No, you can invest partially and not get all the way to. Got it. Yeah, I'm just thinking any of these would be, well, I think mainly these three, well, actually psychology as well, but these three would definitely, I think, be helpful. But this is, I feel, is almost a, well, this is like, I don't know. Let's, I don't know which is going to prove more useful shortly. It is also true, though. I get a benefit from just putting in some. Let's do that much. And I'll just put these wherever. Because that way, at least I've got something. You know what, yeah, we can do it that way. So now everything has a minimum of 20.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, you still...
I'm coming.
I want to talk, by the way, about something I want to do with a candles telephone like that. I don't know if I could find one.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Actually, but no, something that I'd like to do with a candlestick. That's what these are called, by the way, a candlestick telephone. Because the how it's actually the mouthpiece there, it resembles a candlestick. Anyway, I'd love to actually like wire in a capacitive mic and put in, maybe make it USB, maybe not, but make the base then in this case, like to make this a standing mic on a desk. I think that would be a really neat little project to have. Imagine a Blue Yeti, but in that design. Although I think, if possible, it would be more fun if it could actually take a XLR in there, like put in the audio interface, a USB audio interface to go between this. But yeah, I think that would be
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
I can understand an artist being a recluse. How would a business manage that? Oh, okay.
It's the symbol on the man's chest. It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
I mean, I'll go with that since I unlocked it.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Okay.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Don't you want the painting?
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
I mean, might just
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
It might just be me, but, I have a daughter who's now dead. Sent me this painting before she died. I'm not leaving it with this guy. I mean, look at that mold. The bottles, I mean, no. Not easily, at least. Oh, okay. Oh wait, no, that's not that. Wow. I guess the model was just similar. Oh, he was the recluse. Okay. I didn't read that. Huh. So basically once they got married. Okay. Okay. I mean, in the world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to other dimensions. I'm not getting that out of this. I don't see how we're really, connecting to that. But it's still, we might be able to infer this is Sarah. Is that? That looks more like it's the sun. That could be her even in this. Don't know what it's supposed to make of with the dark figure, but huh. I wonder if that means that that's going to come up later.
I used to be an avid reader. Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Oh, wait, no, that didn't. What? Because that should have been at 20, not 22. So I guess... Oh. That's interesting. So... Did it say that before? So I can't use character points to increase it. That would have made spending in these a lot more sense. But okay. Huh. Well, at least I'm assuming that that is how I'm supposed to interpret that. Maybe it's not.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Okay.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
I think I did it. Achievement unlocked, the Sarah Hawkins. Started the game. Somehow I doubt that they would just leave whalebone like that. Seems kind of dangerous, and you could, use them. Some kind of material. Also, it's really dark. Hey, Wethio. I tried looking at a guide. I didn't see anything else close. For if there's like formal chapters or parts to this. So I'm just gonna be going by the timer. Though, once we're through this opening, I might stop it there. I have about 15 minutes left, and if it's like, yeah, there's 5 to 7 or maybe even 5 to 10 minutes left, it's like, I'll just stop there and start the next part. We'll have to see how long this opening sequence goes.
We're almost there.
Tequila or silly? No, it'd have to be tequila. I don't know if that's a reference. Skylar? I mean, Celia would also be.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
Okay, that guy is very impressive. Pick that box up and have his hands just right
Welcome
against
to
his chest.
Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
And I will actually do that. Yeah, the frame rate is down a bit after as well the fog. Also, there's a fair amount being written, but some of it shouldn't be too.
Please move back. Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters!
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Is that a whale?
Put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy! They're cops. They can't understand.
I mean, it almost looks like it's some kind of shark, but it could be a whale. It's not like I'm an expert on whales. Oh, sure.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Well, aren't you lovely?
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Yet you served this man, and you can't say he's been on his best behavior.
He's a regular. It was you who provoked him by turning up with your mainland manner.
You mistake my manner. I ask nothing more than to become a regular as well, which will be difficult if you refuse to serve me.
I hope you're less talkative when you're drunk.
Try me.
We'll see.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Oh, sorry.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
I don't remember which character. His voice is so familiar, I had to look him up. That's why I was looking down. So wasn't going to be on the gaze tracker.
I think we'll get along well.
He did a voice in Dying Light 2 as well. Whoa. Don't specifically remember who that was. Having had a drink.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was thin.
Okay,
I've
that's what I
got
thought.
anything-
There wasn't anything else. Should be clear.
That'll be all for now.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Oh. By the way, I stopped the timer. I figure I will end this part before
The
leaving
miraculous
thing.
catch.
The
Apparently,
bar.
the most significant event of the last 80 years.
And the winds do blow, and there's little comfort here. I'd sooner be snug in a deadfall pub, a drinking of strong beer. If I had the wing of the girl, me boys, I would spread the men fly home. I'd leave old Queensland's icy grounds for night rides. Well, there is no. And the weather is rough, and the winds do blow, and there's little comfort here.
I find this interesting, the warehouse too. If that is the same warehouse, and if it's some.
What does he say?
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Okay. First, I think those are actually the asylums. Okay, so it might be they're the asylum staff and somebody, it's a patient that they occasionally let out because writing on the arm, the carvings, the scarification, I believe this guy's good. Reading.
What you looking at, stranger?
I don't think that's quite how you hold.
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
It was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
Hey. It's gonna back away from
Left. My God. You said.
seeing anything else, but let me still.
We'll do it again, you know.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Miss Baker always free for the lady. I mean, to be fair, running a tab is not your debtor. It's if he doesn't pay it back. It is weird though. The guy's been dead for 3 months. He hasn't wiped it off yet. I mean, really? As I said, at about here, this is when I would be stopping for this part. Anyway. And I'm just trying to pull up the folders I need. Alright, yeah. I don't really know what to think yet. Sorry, I've done at least one review since the last I think maybe 2 videos. Sorry, 2 reviews since the last set of videos. So I'm just also thinking about reviewing, and it's like, what do I think about this game so far? I don't know. It's interesting. I'm glad it's running well. I'm always a little concerned whenever I'm going to be recording that a game doesn't like being recorded and crashes or causes other problems. No, this is behaving fine. Alright, well, gonna stop this and get the next part going. See you then.